the journey that I'm on, that I know that you're on, and as far as I know, every other human being is on. And that's the journey from the cradle to the grave. And whether we like it or not, that's where we're all heading. And within that, there are, as far as I can tell, two indisputable facts. One of them, the first one being that we are all going to die, unless anyone knows somebody who hasn't died, who's maybe over the age of 130, I think. Yeah, seems like that's the journey we're on. The second indisputable fact is that we don't know when that moment will arrive, and that we have to live every day until that moment does arrive. So given that's the journey, what is the goal? So I don't know what your goal is in that regard, but mine is to realise, to have the realisation that has been talked about and pointed at and through their lives of many spiritual masters, that idea we have of death is actually a cosmic joke. And I think the life of Jesus Christ, in some regard, from the crucifixion to then the resurrection, points to that fact as well, or to that possibility, let's say, that possibility. I don't want to say it's a fact because I don't know it to be a fact. So given that, the goal for me is that the journey, if the journey is the goal, then the journey for me is to not take myself so seriously and to find light-hearted moments and see that, see through that long established sense of ego self that I know has kept me from many joyful moments. And I suppose the challenge, this is a challenge for me, and I'm putting it out there as a challenge for anyone else that wants to take it up, is to not take ourselves so seriously along this path. And I know we all have our own individual paths, but there's definitely, in my mind, some collective aspect to that. And for me, this channel represents that possibility of a community and travelling together with other people on this journey. And particularly for me, as a man in the second half of life, I am talking to you, other men in the second half of life. And I'm hoping through sharing of inspiration, wisdom from from Tibetan Buddhist traditions and various other traditions that I have taken solace from, that we can find pathways to a joyful fulfillment. And also somewhere along the line, and whether that starts now or becomes, it has for me, whether that is for you, but the idea is to create a meaningful legacy. And again, the meaning of that for me is quite specific and could be similar to yours, but also it doesn't have to be something a shared vision. It doesn't have to be a shared vision of a legacy, but there's a collective sense that we could work together to help each other to find and create a meaningful legacy that would be beneficial for more people than ourselves, and how wide you want to take that. So there is something in Tibetan Buddhism and other parts of Buddhist tradition, the idea, the notion, and also the aspiration of a bodhisattva, and that is to a prayer, an aspiration, a dedication to all beings realizing the true nature, and in this case would be the cosmic joke. So that's it for a start for me. I would also like to lay down a challenge to anybody who would like to join in with this, just to share where they're at and whether in their journey in the second half of life, and whether this is something that appeals, what aspects of life would you appreciate looking into deeper. And I will be covering aspects of that in terms of physical, mental health, well-being, creativity, and also meditation, yoga, various other things. Too much to go into on here, and obviously I would like to separate those things out, but with the understanding that we're a whole being, and it is the being aspect of our humanness that I'm going to focus on. I hope you would join me on the journey, and if you do feel like doing that, please give us a thumbs up and click the old notification bell, and then you'll get a reminder of when I produce another video, and I'm hoping to do 3 of those a month at least. So until the next one, go well, and I wish you a joyful and fun time.